right, people, this is basically the continuation of the numbers episode in Spanish. We're going to go to more complex sentences and higher numbers. So let's get started. You're going to learn all the numbers that you see in the screen, and I'm going to give you a little formula at the end. Let's get started. So we have 10, 10, you should remember this from the last video, 20, 20, 20, 20, 30, 30, 30, 40, 40, 40, 50, 50, 50, 60, 60, 60. Now, pay attention to how 70, it's similar, but it's different. We have here two S's, sesenta. To me, you know, when you draw a 6, it's kind of like a curve, so there are more S's that you see. Ta, that means it's a 6. And when we take a look at 70, we have setenta, setenta. Notice the two T's instead of two S's. When you hear two S's, sesenta, that means it's 60 because it's got way more curves. That's an easier way to remember it anyways. And when you hear two T's, setenta, that means it's 70 because the T looks like a 7 to me. That's an easy way to remember. If it works, it works. Now let's keep going. 80, ochenta, ochenta. 90, noventa, noventa. 100, cien, cien with a C. Now, why do I mention this? Because when you write cien with an S, that means the tempo. Okay, now let's go into the hundreds. You know, 100 is cien, 200 is doscientos, doscientos. 300, trescientos, trescientos. 400, cuatrocientos, cuatrocientos. Now, notice the pattern is usually the number and then cientos at the end. Can you guess the next one? Sorry, it wasn't cincocientos. You know, even though the formula may seem like it's the number and then cientos, the next one, 500, is actually quinientos. It comes from a derivative of a Latin word that means 100 5 times. So this is actually one of the only exceptions when it comes to counting. Quinientos, 500, quinientos. Now let's proceed to 600. We're back to the formula. Seiscientos, seiscientos. 700, setecientos, setecientos. 800, ochocientos, ochocientos. 900, novecientos, novecientos. Again, one of the exceptions, pay close attention here. It's not nuevecientos, it's novecientos without the U. And 1000, it's mil, just mil. Now, when you move on from here, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, 6000, 7000, it's just the number and mil. So that's mil, dos mil, tres mil, cuatro mil, cinco mil. You get the idea. And now we have all the mils right here, the thousands. If you can see, you have the number on the left, how to write it and say it on the right. We have mil, dos mil, tres mil, cuatro mil, cinco mil, seis mil, siete mil, ocho mil, nueve mil, 10,000. And why is this important? Why are the numbers very important to know and master them when it comes to medicine? Well, as you know, measurement when either it's labs or vitals are very important. So we're going to take a look at the blood pressure here. You can pause the video and practice them, say it before I tell you the answer. And to say over, like for example, the first one to say 120 over 80. You can say sobre, that's 1. If you want to get really technical and all the healthcare, staff in Latin American countries, the term or the phrase por arriba de, it's very, very common to hear that in a healthcare setting in a Spanish-speaking country. So the first one would read, 120 por arriba de 80, So you can pause the video, do these, and then I'll tell you the answer. Okay, let's do it. I'll tell you the answer. 120 sobre 80. 135 sobre 72. 235 sobre 108. Now, if you want to get technical, 120 por arriba de 80, 135 por arriba de 72, 235 por arriba de 108. Although most patients will understand you more if you use the word sobre. Okay, now let's move to heart rate. How do you say heart rate in Spanish? Well, that would be ritmo cardíaco. Go ahead and try to read out loud in Spanish the values that you see on screen, the 3 values, and I will give you the answer in a few moments. Okay, it will be 101, 95, 74. That's how you read them. And then just a tip on the side, resting en reposo. So if you want to say, resting heart rate, ritmo cardíaco en reposo. And, some helpful phrases that we find here. Your blood pressure is, su presión arterial es, su presión arterial es. You can pretty much get away with just saying presión. You don't have to say arterial pressure, but I do have to give you the proper terminology, phraseology. And then last but not least, your heart rate is, su ritmo cardíaco es, su ritmo cardíaco es, and then you will give out the number. Thank you very much. I hope you join us next time. I will be trying to keep this as simple and as short as I can, and then progressively increasing the level of difficulty.